Hi friends, welcome back to my Cozy Crafty Cabin. So today we are going to be making some Christmas recipe pocket cards, and I'll be using these cut apart sheets from Photoplay called Not a Creature Was Stirring, and there's some 4x6 cut aparts and some 4x6 recipe cards. Here are the supplies you're going to need for your recipe pocket cards. You're going to need a 4x6 size cut apart, a mat that measures 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches. So that's for the front of your cards. Then you're going to need 2 mats that measure 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 inches. Those are going to be for the inside of your card. And then you're going to need a coin envelope that measures 3.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So I picked these up from Dollar Tree. You get a pack of 15. And we will cut this down a little bit. And then I saved this little scrap that I might want to use. I hadn't decided yet, to just add a little bit of a decoration to the envelope. And then you're going to be using an A7 card, so that measures 5x7. So I'm using these that I picked up from Joann's, RIP, and you'll need a bone folder, some adhesive, and then as an option, a circle punch. And then of course your paper trimmer or cutting tool. So let's get started. So first things first, we're gonna just decorate the front of our recipe pocket cards. So I'm just gluing down the mat and then our cut apart. And yeah, I think this would make such a great little gift for someone, and just a nice little twist on just a regular Christmas card, and including you know, a recipe, maybe one of your favorite cookie recipes, or just a recipe you like to make for the holidays. And I think that would just be really nice to give to someone. And I think this would actually pair so well with the treat boxes we made earlier this month. So you could like fill the treat box with some homemade cookies and then write your cookie recipe and give this to someone. Like, wouldn't I would love something like that. I think that would just be such a nice gift. So next we're going to add our mats to the inside of the card. So these measure 6 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. So it's a little bit bigger than our front mats. And we're just gluing these down. I cut my papers, all of my mats, from the same sheet, so you can get all 3 mats from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And this is actually just like, it's not cardstock, it's like a copy weight paper. Okay, so next you're gonna take your coin envelope and you're gonna seal it, and then we're gonna cut it just a little bit down to 3 inches on the oh, I wrote this incorrect. So not on the 6.5 inch side, I'm sorry. You're gonna cut it down to 3 inches on the 3, or no, I was right. No, I'm sorry. You're gonna cut it down to 3 inches on the 3.5 inch side. I'm so sorry for the confusion. So, and here I'm taking my circle punch and eyeballing the middle and going about halfway down and just cutting out a little notch. This will just make it easier to slide your recipe card in and out of the envelope. I probably should have done this for the tea pocket cards and the hot cocoa pocket cards I made earlier this month. But you don't have to do this, but it does make things a little bit easier to slide it in and out. So what you're left with, this is going to measure 6.5 inches by 3 inches. So again, you're cutting it down to 3 inches on the 3.5 inch side, not on the 6.5 inch side. My bad. I wrote that wrong on the envelope. And then, yeah, we're going to take our envelope and glue it down inside our card. And that is that. So yeah, you get all 3 mats from one 12 by 12 sheet. And you are left with some scraps. And the measurements don't work out where you can't get 4, so that's why I don't have one cut out for the back of the card, just because of the size card that we're using, but you can get 3 from one 12 by 12 sheet. And then here's our recipe card. It slides in nice and perfect. And yeah, isn't that so sweet? And then I think I do decide, yeah, to add in this little scrap here. So you can add like a white mat to the top if you wanted to, for like to have a writing space for someone to write a message. I thought I'm leaving the envelope mostly blank so that someone could write a little message on there if they wanted to. I wasn't sure what exactly I wanted to do, like if I wanted to add additional matting or not. And I figured I'm just going to leave it as is for now, because it's easier to add more than to remove things once I add it, right? But I do like the clean and simple look of these. So yeah, here is our final recipe pocket card. Something I would do different was when I make the rest of these, I think I want to mix and match my paper so that my mats aren't all the same, but maybe 2 are the same and 1 is different. But otherwise, I think these turned out so cute. Okay, so here's a final recap of our recipe pocket cards. Here's the first one I made, which was off camera, and I actually just used scraps from the treat boxes that I made earlier this month. And yeah, I like the look of the kind of mix and match of papers. So yeah, I think I want to do that with the rest of the cards that I'll be making, because I can make 6 altogether. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.